Sisters and brothers, we have come to the time when we will begin the process of selecting the 27 members to the General Executive Board of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. Beginning in the fall of 2020, we will be selecting delegates to the 30th International Convention, which will be held in June of 2021. Our Constitution informs us that the International Convention shall be the supreme governing authority of the International Union and shall have the plenary power to regulate and direct policies, affairs, and organization of the International Union. The word plenary means absolute power to change the Constitution and the structure of our organization and so much more. Under our Constitution, each local having 1,000 members or less is entitled to one delegate, and one additional delegate for each additional 750 members or major fraction thereof. It is imperative that each member, each shop, each barn, each bargaining unit become engaged in this process. Our success going forward will be determined by a rank and file that is active and shares in the responsibilities and burdens of a powerful union. The membership can no longer sit on the sidelines and function like sheep. Rank and file members must engage in the process of delegate selection. Members choose delegates to attend the conventions. Delegates attending the convention must represent the interests of the rank and file members that sent them there. Among the many responsibilities of a delegate is choosing candidates who will be vying for position on the General Executive Board. Rank and file members will then elect from the chosen delegates who will serve on the General Executive Board. Currently, slates are being formed. A slate is a group of Teamsters who seek to be elected to sit on the General Executive Board. A full slate consists of 27 positions. These are as follows: General President, 1 position; General Secretary Treasurer, 1 position; Vice President at Large, 7 positions; Teamsters Canada, 3 positions; Eastern Region Vice President, 3 positions; Central Region Vice President, 4 positions; Southern Region Vice President, 2 positions; Western Region Vice Presidents, 3 positions, and 3 trustees. There are 3 slates in formation to fill the positions on the General Executive Board. I have chosen to run as an independent candidate for the position of General President. The power of an engaged membership will determine with whom I will serve. As we analyze each slate, we will find that each slate has strengths and weaknesses. We must select the strongest candidates from each slate to fill the other positions on the General Executive Board. As a candidate for the position of General President, it is my vision to recommend to you my choice of the strongest candidate who will be best suited for each position, regardless of which slate they're running on. I am therefore asking for our delegates to the convention and our rank and file membership to not engage in slate voting, but to engage in individual selection for each position. The outcome of this will ensure that we will have a stronger, more independent leadership team. I am the longest serving elected principal officer in the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. I have been the principal officer for over 30 years, serving in the capacity of Secretary Treasurer of Teamsters Local 808 in Long Island City, New York. I have been a Teamster for over 37 years. Local 808 represents a diverse group of workers, including railroad, building maintenance, factory, cemetery, and public sector workers. In 1995, I successfully led Metro-North commuter railroad workers to what is arguably recognized as one of the preeminent contracts negotiated in the history of the railroad industry. That 4.5-year battle with Metro-North led then CIO President John Sweeney, in a speech before the Association for a Better New York, to comment that Local 808's actions have re-energized the labor movement. I have a history of aggressive and progressive trade unionism, and I have continued to achieve increased value for our members, such as increasing the general fund of the union from $9,000 upon taking office to over $1 million today, while increasing services to our members. Increased local 808's pension benefits over 700% while remaining in the green zone. Local 808 today is a fully funded pension plan. We successfully converted a defined contribution plan to a defined benefit plan for our railroad members. We provide retiree medical coverage for our members. We have negotiated yearly wage increases. We have improved vacation benefits, instituted paid sick leave. Our members in Peter Cooper Village, Stuyvesant Town enjoy one additional holiday of May 1st, a holiday not found in any other contract in the United States of America. We continue to fight to get it in all of our agreements. In addition, we have struggled to grow, to recover from the debilitating impact of NAFTA, which caused our local union to lose over 650 members who worked at the Swingline Stapler factory. In that struggle, I negotiated what is recognized as a trend-setting plant closure agreement that set the standard for workers who were negatively impacted by NAFTA. The negotiated agreement gave those workers up to 18 months of full medical coverage, and because they were an older workforce, we negotiated enhanced pension benefits for all. All of this has been accomplished by a small local union with limited resources. In 1998, I became the first chairman of the Teamsters National Black Caucus to be elected by the rank and file. I was re-elected to a second term in 2003. Under my leadership, TNBC grew from 2 chapters to 14 chapters nationwide. Besides providing scholarships to students entering colleges, giving financial support to various educational institutions, the caucus had been heavily involved in the workers' struggle. As Secretary-Treasurer of Local 808 and Chairman of the Teamsters National Black Caucus, I was one of the co-conveners of the Million Worker March movement in 2004 and the Millions More movement in 2005. Under my leadership, Local 808 facilitated the mobilization of the largest nonviolent march and rally in the history of New York City on May 1st, 2006, as cited by the New York City Police Department. Local 808 served as the headquarters for 60-plus community and labor-based organizations that participated in the march. It was a rally and march for immigrant rights. May 1st, 2006 was also the 120th year anniversary of the Haymarket Affair in Chicago. I stand for local union autonomy. In 1903, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters was formed by representatives of independent local unions, which created the foundation for what has become one of the largest trade unions in North America. I believe, and the Constitution says this, in this relationship, local unions preserve their autonomy and identity and structured an international based on the concept that the heart of the local is the membership and that the core of the international must be its locals. As the local unions must reflect the interests of their members, so too must the international union be responsive to the needs of the locals which brought it into existence. These words are only as strong as the people who uphold them. As an independent General President, I will propose and fight for a redistribution of the per capita increase so that a greater share of membership dues remain with the local unions. With this larger revenue stream, locals will have the resources to hire full-time organizers and grow their unions. With locals at the helm of organizing, we will see more significant results than we are currently experiencing. During the Teamster growth to becoming the largest and most powerful union, we depended only on the combined resources and talents of individual local unions. I call for a return to that which made us the greatest union in the free world. Sisters and brothers, I believe that the labor movement is in deep crisis. With global free trade, the assault on our collective bargaining agreements, health and pension plans being systematically destroyed, we are running out of time to reverse this destructive trend. To begin the reversal of these negative trends, the International Union must double down and focus on organizing. That is, rebuilding our hold in the trucking, warehousing, and port division. Our power comes from controlling commerce. I believe it is important that Teamsters immediately build a unified fight-back program to reverse the negative trends of the past 50 years. We have become overly dependent on political party favors. We must return to relying on the power of our rank and file. To establish power, we must rebuild from the grassroots level. Grassroots organizing will make the local unions an integral part of the new organizing paradigm. The International Union will then be forced to do what it was created to do, which is to provide service, support, and expertise. I'm running for General President to lead a democratic union that respects the will of the membership and their local unions. I am running to lead a union that will fight not only for good contracts, but so much more. We must engage in the struggle against voter suppression, police brutality, for the revocation of the Taft-Hartley bill, which created the right to work for less across 26 states. President Truman called it the slave labor bill. He understood what its impact on the working class would be, and so it came to pass. We must stand up for universal health care, clean air and water, tax cuts for the working class, increased taxes on the corporations and the wealthy. The International Brotherhood of Teamsters must become dynamic and a true vanguard organization for the working class, both organized and unorganized. You can see what's taking place in our nation and our union. You have the power to use the secret ballot to ensure that you will have a militant leader for the General Executive Board, a leader that is independent and free to fight for all who appreciate local union autonomy and the interest of the rank and file. Today, I humbly ask for your support as I seek the office of General President for this great union. I have a proven history of militancy and accomplishments with and for my members. I will bring the same level of commitment to this difficult task of effectively running our great international union. Success will come because our rank and file became engaged and motivated to take it to the bosses. Join me in a bottoms-up campaign to improve the lives of our Teamster members and their families and to better the conditions of work in America. I'm asking you, all of you, to look at each candidate individually. Vote for issues, not slates. What is their history? Where have they been over the last many years? What have they been doing? My name is Christophe Silvera, and I approve this message.